What's up, good people? Welcome back to Four Titles, One Truth. It's your boy Tommie here.
And I'm Lance. And today we're talking about something fun, real, and eye-opening.
Yeah.
Black men travel and the stories we never heard growing up.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into
All
it.
right. What did vacation mean to you growing up? And how was that definition, and how has that definition changed?
Well, growing up, vacation was get in the car, me and my sister in the back, well, my mom and dad were in the front with a bunch of snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And we were either going to my great uncle's house in Chicago, or we were going to my grandfather's house in Danville, Kentucky,
Okay.
or we were going to Troy, Alabama to see my dad's side of the family, or we were going to New Jersey to see my uncles.
Yeah, a whole bunch of places.
And
y'all
finally, we'd go to Cleveland to see my great aunt.
going. Okay. Shoot,
And it was
yeah.
always in the car. It was always hot in the back seat. But that was vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation back then, growing up for me, was always just going to see family.
She's going to see
somewhere.
family.
Yeah.
Just same way here. I mean, the long vacation was always going to Denver.
Mm.
That's where
Mom's
family was, and my father loved the mountains, so knew that was happening in the summertime. Now during the
Plus
course
it
of
was
the
his
year,
old stomper ground.
and during the course, a long weekend, we might go over to Indianapolis because my father had a couple of brothers there, and then when my uncle lived up in Detroit, my uncle Ed lived in Detroit, so we might have gone up to Detroit, or Chicago, because that's where the other part of my grandfather's his sister and lived up there. So between Indiana, Michigan, Colorado,
that was pretty.
That was the.
Did you ever go back to Mississippi?
Oh, went down to Jackson.
Oh, so you did go back.
Went down to Jackson. That's where my grandparents were both from, and my grandmother's sister lived down.
Okay.
And her kids lived down there. Aunt Ida and her folks lived down there. So
Got it. So how did that change?
As I got older,
What's
now
vacation to
now
you?
I'm going to Europe. I'm going to the islands. I'm on a plane because all our stuff was getting in a van, and we were in a van. I can't even remember what my father's other the car was that we were in a Regal or a LeSabre or something. So, but now it's it's more
first class.
That's right. Getting on a plane and going outside the country or going to, I guess, getting in the military helped to see different parts of the states where we would be like, oh, we should go back to such and such and see that, and living in different parts of the states was more that piece as far as seeing more of the U.S. But now it's different now.
Easy for me, Nikki.
Yeah,
Nikki is what changed vacation. Because even when I was in the military, when I'd get leave, which is our vacation, it was always going back home. It was never, maybe I should go visit L.A. or go visit. No, it was always, time to take leave. Go right back to Ohio.
So you would never go?
Never went anywhere. Yeah. Nikki was the first person I was involved with that always talked about travel. Even early on when we didn't do it, she was always up to going back home with me, or running back home herself. But because she had been on a cruise way before us. It was her, Kaylin, her daughter, and then Pam and her two kids. They went on a Disney cruise. So Nikki's had that taste of what a cruise is. And her mother used to always, her brother used to live in Florida. So they'd go to Florida a lot. So she knows the ocean. She knows their cruise ships and all that stuff. And it just was never a thing for me. It's not something I missed because I didn't know no better. But now that I know better, I'm like, man, why didn't I do that?
See, that's okay. So I say whenever I had kids, and it was like we going to such. I mean, we would go home, we would go visit home, but we were like we going to Disney, or we going to. I mean, we.
Did you go to Disney as a kid?
When I was in high school.
Oh.
And it was like a big family thing, and we were on a
cruise.
Were we? Was that the year that we were on a bus?
Oh.
Damn! Did I go to? No, I didn't. I guess I didn't go to Disney.
I ain't never been to Disney. Only Disney I know is from
I've been there
TV.
now. I've been there a couple of times. Not being as an adult.
I drove up to the gate, but it was raining, so Nikki and I didn't. We went to Universal. No, I went to Universal.
Been there too. That was fun.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you: do you remember your very first real vacation? Where was it? How did it shape your view of the world? No military stuff. We're talking about vacation. Because y'all been all over the place.
Real vacation, man. Probably. I'm trying to think. Probably whenever I went to Korea.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean, as far as
that was still visiting family though. Like if she wasn't there, you wasn't going.
No.
Yeah. So what about the first time you went on vacation where you was like, oh, okay, this is vacation. I specifically remember mine because it wasn't that long ago.
Probably whenever we this was the first time we were taking the kids
to Disney.
No, we actually went to the Bahamas. We went to Atlantis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, crazy. Okay. Crazy. We went to Atlantis with took the kids.
Was it all inclusive?
No.
It wasn't.
No.
You said that properly.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
But do you remember it as a fond moment, or did it turn on something about? Ooh, we got.
It was just because just seeing at that point a lot of. I mean, when taking the kids on vacation, it was a lot of it was just like seeing happiness and joy and just like, oh, okay.
And stuff you never got to experience when you was little.
Yeah, so that was a lot of the stuff was like, we going to such and such because I didn't get to go there whenever. Yeah. But going to Disney too. First time we went to Disney, that was a really good trip.
Did you have much fun as a kid?
I did. I had a good time. I could ride on all of the rides. It was like, come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Get in line. Let's go.
That's how it was. Nikki and I went on Disney cruise. She was like, yeah, professional. I want to evaluate. I'm running with Mickey.
That's right. Taking all the pictures.
Finally, yeah. So my first real vacation was what got Nikki into opening our business. Right? Okay. So I was stationed in Korea, and then Nikki came over a year later because I was there for 2 years, and she retired in Korea. South Korea, yeah. Okay. And once she was on retirement, once she was, what's it called? I can't remember.
Terminal leave.
Terminal leave. See, I'm already losing my jargon. That's right. But once she was on terminal leave, which is the vacation days that you have established that the Army will compensate you for by either paying for it or giving you the ability to get off of duty earlier. Working. Yeah. So once she retired, I told her just chill out and relax so she can figure out what she wants to do. And she got into fitness real heavy. And then I guess she was talking to some people and she got interested in going to either Vietnam or Thailand. And she asked me which one to go to, and I was like, Vietnam, because of military history and all that stuff. And I wanted to know how it changed versus the studying that we always did. So she went and planned all of that. I'm talking without a travel agent and all that stuff. And we ended up getting our visas and flying from South Korea, Seoul to Vietnam. We did Hoi An and I'll think of it in a minute. But It was the most amazing thing, man. Because the first part of it is it's the first time I visited a country without being in uniform, right? Attacking it.
Not having to be there to work.
Yeah. And so went there and just no expectations from me. Just the freedom of just going somewhere and hanging out.
Right.
Never done that outside of driving on a weekend somewhere. Nikki, we did that all in Korea. And so just going there and experiencing it and just seeing it and just being free to just have
learning,
fun.
Seeing something, learning something.
Yeah. So, and I was just really caught up on how when you go to another country that you fought a war in, it's not it's not Vietnam War in Vietnam. It's the American War in Vietnam. And just hearing their perspective and their history of telling it, but just all of that, it was the first time I'd ever just done something like that, and I just had a blast. And then on top of that, she had everything so lockstep. We didn't wait for anything. We didn't. Everything was the way she said it was going to be, and that's what gave me an understanding of what a vacation was, and then made me like, okay, shoot, where we going next? Yeah. So that was it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your all-time favorite trip, and what made it stand out above all others?
So
y'all been on a lot.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard. It's hard to say what your favorite is because of the different environments.
It's always different things.
The beach versus a cruise versus blah blah. But I will say the most meaningful trip was when we went to Ghana.
Okay.
And I'll just say it really felt like going back to something and reestablishing something that I knew in my heart and my soul was missing. And then learning about how the slave trade happened from that perspective. Because here's a unique thing. In Africa, on the continent of Africa, they learn and are taught about everything that led up to the ships being loaded and sailing away.
And that's it.
They're not taught about how slavery affected those Africans that are now on a ship landing in Europe, landing in the Americas and so forth. So the only knowledge they gain is from TV and movies and stuff like that. And the reason that's so weird is because Americans only are taught about what happened after the ship docked in America. So it took a while for me as a black man to learn real effect of slavery and how slavery touched so many continents and how there are spots where African descendants are there, whether it be because of shipwreck, whether it be because of rebellion, whether it be because the owner of the slaves at the time died, and
I just changed the look of a country or whatever. Because you think about all of the countries. I mean, over here in the Western Hemisphere, there wasn't any black folks in the Western Hemisphere, and if it was one or two.
They were visiting.
Anybody that was here. So you look at like the Brazils and stuff like that, where it's like it's black. It's a whole bunch of black folks in Brazil. That's all, and they didn't come from Brazil. They came from or originated in Africa.
But so that was the one that just touched my soul the most. Finding out how the slave trade began by the Portuguese and how the Dutch and the British ended up.
Did you have an idea about it before you got there?
I didn't know all the players in the beginning. Okay. Yeah, I never really, even in school, I didn't take African American.
We're not culture taught. I mean, I didn't learn a whole lot until I got into college. Yeah. That was a requirement. We have to take African American studies. Yeah. History. So. I mean, because in high school, they don't teach you any of that stuff growing up.
And I was just surprised, you know, of course, before I got to Africa, over the years I'd learned, you know, but just learning the significance of it and the occupation of it, and the occupation of Africa by the colonizers at that time. It's just, it's a story that needs to be told from beginning to end accurately,
right?
You know, without people changing things to whether to make it worse or because you really can't make it worse, but to make it, you know, to make it better or favorable. Right. Just tell what history states.
Tell what happened. Yeah.
And so that was just amazing. But the most spiritually connected I felt was when we went to Peru and seeing Machu Picchu.
Okay.
And the reason that I say spiritually is because it was just it's an amazing human feat, and your FEAT, and just trying to understand how they could have possibly built that joker, and then seeing how the ancestors, the descendants of the ancestors there are still linked in that culture, and you know, like that was pretty amazing. Okay. So there's, like you said, we've been to a lot of places. So I would say going to Ghana was first, and then close second was Peru.
Okay. So mine was probably we did an Alaska cruise.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we did that with our both sets of parents.
Okay.
Kids. So I mean, it was
everything.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, just because it was anytime that our parents, I mean, and this was just anytime that we got stationed somewhere, our parents come out and visit. I mean, and they would always say, we would never come here if you all wouldn't have been here. So getting to do that trip with them, and you know, and they're this was back in 14?
It was 60s.
15? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were the 60s, 70s. Yeah. So that, I mean, just seeing them, and I mean, and just the joy and just enjoying and just being there with them, and I mean, just that
witnessing it.
Yeah, I mean, that was that's probably my favorite. One of my favorite as far as that. But again, I had
what's a close second?
A lot of favorite. I mean, I had a good time. I always have a good time anytime we do our group trips. I had a good time. Last year was one of my favorite trips when we did our did the river cruise.
Nikki was there. But go ahead.
And yes, it was. Yeah, because Nikki planned a great trip. I mean, it was organized. But just being there with friends, I think anytime you can experience
and bring memories,
those have memories with friends, and then just not only enjoying it in the moment when you're there, but being able to talk about it with folks. Be like, remember when we did such and such? Remember we were down. So
I mean, they send you a picture and you sleep on the bus. I don't understand.
Or just half an eye. Yeah, just the eye and the eyebrow. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a I mean, those trips that we have with our the group trips are really fun. But that Alaska cruise is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I get that. So when we talk about Black men and travel, do you think there's still a stereotype that we don't travel as much as Black men? And if so, why does that stereotype exist in your mind?
We don't. I mean, and we talked about this when we talked about our male trips.
Yeah,
I think it's just like we don't travel alone.
No,
hardly ever. Yeah. And I mean, and if we do travel alone, then we're usually going to a parent's house or something like that. Yeah. So I would say that I don't know if it's any stereotype, but we don't. I mean, we just don't. You know,
a fact more than a stereotype.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. And when we do travel, it's with our with our family or with our spouse if you got, if your kids are grown. But that's I think some of that is just self-imposed, just because it's like, well, I'm not going.
Well, I just tell you this: with us being in the travel business,
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty good. Uh, I have enough information to where I can honestly say that the majority of black men wouldn't travel if it wasn't for their wife.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and if they did travel, it definitely wouldn't be to the different locations or
That they're
destinations that are
going.
out there, And I'm a perfect example of that because I'd never traveled, never even thought about
I
traveling
think you go where you
until
know, or go where what's
yeah,
comfortable.
go where you know. I don't trying to figure nothing out, get to know nothing. But so Nikki got into the travel business because she was good at it and always had like fantasies of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Like she always wanted. I was the one that was like, no, I ain't going nowhere. So I was the one that was holding her back. But now that I travel, and now that we're in the travel business,
Right.
I my energy and focus is enjoying the travel, but also turning around and showing people the travel that we do. And I'm telling you, I get so excited when my friends tell me that, ooh, now we're going to, and or going to the play like when you
Yeah.
went to Colombia. Yeah, that stuff like that. That
Argentina.
I thought you went to Colombia, but
No,
Argentina.
yeah.
When you went to Argentina, when you went somewhere.
That was another life in Colombia.
Yeah. oh, sorry. You said we were never supposed to talk about that. That's my bad. But just seeing when I see black men traveling, especially when I see them on the other side where
Yeah.
we're going at that destination, I always stop and speak and have a little conversation,
Yeah.
because I love the fact that because I think that people, not just specifically talking about race, people have a ceiling on their head.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the height of that ceiling varies based off of race, based off of where you were born, and all that stuff. And so, the ceiling for vacation, the destinations I could go to, there is no ceiling for us no more.
Right.
But I still have friends that are in the same financial bracket as us. Uh, they fight it. The men, you like try to tell them like, come on, man, you should come with.
Right.
Well, how much it costs, boy? If you don't quit worried about a price or something, or
Yeah.
why are you going there? It's just
It's like experience something.
yeah,
I mean, that's the whole thing. Just experience something new,
yeah.
And it's just like, especially if you
Open your mind.
see that stuff online or
Yeah.
on TV or something. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to see it in person.
Yeah, heck yeah. Why can't I go there?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, what role did money, opportunity, even military life play in opening up or limiting your chances to travel?
So my travel is all due to the military. If I hadn't joined the military, there'd be so much in this life I'd never get to experience. Yeah, man. Whether it was war or a duty assignment, I'd never go to Iraq. I'd never go to Afghanistan. I'd never go to Japan. I'd never go to South Korea. All them places,
Mm-hmm.
to include the states. There's places that would never even come in my head to go to.
To go visit. Yeah.
And so, like I said, even though it was combat most of the time, just the fact that I've left the neighborhood, and then I look back and so many of my friends have never left
you
the
left
neighborhood.
the city, you left the state, and so I mean that's I felt that way whenever I left and went to school.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
Ooh, this is out here.
Yeah, living. And so
yeah, so that was huge. The Army has been huge for me, opening up opportunities and stuff that I know that I would have stumbled into maybe, but the reality of it is I'd still be in the tri-state area probably if it wasn't for the military. Because what was the pull, the draw?
mm-hmm.
Because especially back then, it's not like, well, for you perfectly, but for me and Nikki, I would have never met Nikki if it wasn't for the military, because I would have never first went to Georgia, and then
Right.
secondly,
Well, I wouldn't have met my wife.
that's what I'm saying. So first off, the military has done a lot. Secondly, the military does limit your vacation opportunities because when you do travel to those places, it's not like you get.
You got to fill. Well, you got to fill out a book.
It takes a lot, and then if you are in a leadership position, it's hard to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say it again: if it's not in your mindset, especially when we're talking about travel, you're not going to branch out until you've either had a chance to experience or somebody's convinced you to experience. So, me joining the military allowed me to meet Nikki, which has opened my world to travel, and right. I'm happy for it and amazed by it.
No, that's good.
What about you?
I mean, as far as like being able to see different places and stuff, military has been great for that. Yeah. Again, we didn't go to the places that we're doing now just because we had kids, and it was like we're not taking kids over to.
And money has something to do to it.
And money too. And money.
I forgot to talk about
time
that.
And money. Yeah, time and money. So
I
mean, now it's just like, let's go. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go see that. I had the time, and then blessed to be able to afford to go to some of these places and stuff. And it's fun going someplace sometimes, and it's like. Trying to see if it's any other black folk. Yeah, just trying to see if there's anybody else that looks like you. Yeah. There also, because when I went to
Colombia.
Yeah, when I went to Colombia. When I went to Argentina, and I thank Audra because I wouldn't have, if Audra wouldn't have said go ahead and go, because I wasn't gonna go because I was like she didn't want to go. Yeah. She was like, go ahead. That's what you want to do. Go do it. So I was like, okay. And I'm so happy that
you did it.
Yeah, she broke me from, feeling bad about going to do that.
Because of that responsibility we feel.
Yeah. So, but going down there and just being.
That women don't feel, by the way.
No, they don't. Jokers.
Girl trips.
Be out.
Listen to that episode.
Be out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a, I'm looking forward to the next trip after the trip. Yeah. Just because it's just like I want to see as much as I can while I can. Just because it's a big world.
Yeah, 100%. It's a
big world, and there's some cool stuff out there.
And I'll reiterate, if it's not something you like, my parents' idea of vacation is what we did. That was it. It's not like they held back on us, you know what I'm saying? But that was their idea of vacation
and what they could afford. Yeah. What they could afford, what was realistic, and it was.
And so that was not instilled in me nor my sister, but because of the military, the decision to join the military, that changed everything. And so, unfortunately, it didn't change things enough early so that I could have that mindset when I met Nikki, when I had my firstborn and with Kaylin around, because it wasn't something that I was always y'all go ahead, mumble. But yeah, it definitely, it's something that I'm proud to see. Like Kaylin is fearless when it comes to travel. And that's something that just warms my heart, seeing that. So
I'd say the same thing. Mackenzie, she quick to go on a trip and go out the country. Going out the country on a trip. So,
and that's another thing that I wonder, is that a cultural difference? Meaning, and I should ask somebody, but like as a black man, my whole drive when it comes to family and children is to try to make it better than what I came from. And
I think that what we're looking at, we're providing. Yeah. We're providing, we're making sure you get to school, you're going to the, whatever to help and make that piece better. But as far as the travel piece goes, it's like we can only do what we could afford.
Yeah.
So trying to do, and then depending on who you are, what you're doing and stuff, it was like I never got to go. And that's probably a lot of stuff. It's like I never got to. I want to go there. So we all going to Disney World, or we're all going to go do this just because that was something that we never got to do.
And I never got to do.
That you see a bunch of folks,
we're gonna let you do it.
Going, so let's go do that. So, but yeah.
So, how do you see travel fitting into Black culture today, especially for Black men, because that's what we are, compared to what you saw growing up?
I think we're traveling a lot more.
Oh my gosh.
I think that Black women travel a lot more than Black men.
Absolutely. I still think the majority of Black men only travel when they're with their partner.
I think that it's a bigger thing now than when I was just a young adult.
Yes.
As far as being an older adult. Yeah. So, and compared to growing up, is night and day as far as, because you go see your family and it's not like I'm going on vacation, like, oh, I got to go up and
sleeping on the floor or tour the bed, or the boy always gets thrown in a closet or something.
You on the couch. It's a totally different totally different setup now. Growing up. So I think it's a bigger thing now. Yeah. People are feeling more comfortable to go outside the country and do other things other than just going to visit your family down in Mississippi, Illinois, wherever they are.
Just down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the same. Like I said, my mission is to get more Black people to travel. And it's simply because I'm tired of being the only Black person on a ship, or the only Black person in a resort, or something like that. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I possibly can to, like I said, that's why we got the YouTube channel. Yeah. Just trying to let people know that, hey, this is open for everybody. Yeah, because I'm there like a river cruise. Mm-hmm. Man, a river cruise was never in my vocabulary. And then
the only thing I would know about a river is see the commercials on TV.
And I always thought river cruise was the gambling boats with the big thing because of the westerns. That's all I had to reference, And so
going down to Mississippi.
Oh my God! But me and Nikki having the opportunity to experience that, that gave us the opportunity to talk to you about it, you and Audra, and then y'all went and y'all saw what we saw when it came to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's that what happened right there is what drives me.
It's creating that word of mouth and people going, because I can't remember how many people we've told, white, Black, just like, y'all need to do it. It's fun. It's a good time.
You don't understand. Yep. So that's where I see it. So, but Black men, I got the TikToks and the Instagram. So you see more Black men out there. You see more Black families out there. I still, I agree with you that I'd still say that women travel way more than single women, or women, period. I ain't going to do the single. Travel way more than the Black men do. But I do see Black men getting it
out more.
Yeah. But there's still a lot of, I know Black men, multiple Black men that won't get on a plane. I know multiple Black men that won't get on a ship. They won't get on a plane because they don't believe it's safe. They won't get on a ship because it's related to the African slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade. People that I know people that have the means financially that won't step up to another level because they feel that they can. And this ain't just Black people I'm talking about now. They feel like, well, we could have fun at $200 instead of spending $3,000. And you sit there and try to say,
that with my wife.
Oh, but me either. But but the Black men do. Yeah. They do. try to crunch them numbers and stuff like that. So it's definitely different than when I grew up, because the neighborhood I grew up in, the only way they were traveling, if they ever left the state, because like my mom has 2 generations in Ohio, in Middletown, Ohio. So she never really had to go nowhere, because my grandfather was from Kentucky on my mom's side. And then my step grandfather was from Florida, but mom was full grown by the time he got married, or they got married. And then my grandfather lived in Ohio. He moved to Ohio. Yeah. So there was not that draw to go places like that. But now, because of social media and commercials now, when they're advertising, because this is something that I'm very vocal about every time I meet a travel partner, big business, is it's one thing to have a cruise ship, right? It's another thing when you're advertising for that cruise ship only has one face in there, and I'm always talking about, if you could put black faces, and I'm not talking about light-skinned black people, I'm talking about put the different color variations in your daggone advertisement so that people can see themselves on it, and then in their maybe unconscious mind or conscious.
Just make it. I mean, again, you want to feel whatever you do. You want to feel comfortable doing it, and if you don't see anybody else, then it's like, am I supposed to be here? What's going on? I mean, you want to feel comfortable and safe. So
is this going to be a problem if I go this? So that's why I say. What about you?
I mean, same.
Easy.
Yeah, same.
So where's a bucket list item? If you had to pick 2, I'll give you 2 spots, because one is hard. But if you had to pick 2 spots on this planet outside of Colorado, outside of St. Louis, Illinois, and outside of Texas.
I mean, I want to go to Africa. Because I mean, even in the military, I never went. Never. Yeah.
Never you've never been on a continent.
Haven't been on a continent. Yeah, so somewhere in Africa. And then I want to. I mean, and I want to go to the Southeast Asia area, because I haven't been to Vietnam or Thailand or. I mean, I just want to go and see it. I want to go to Australia too. Yeah. I want to go to New Zealand. I mean, I want to do a lot of those things that.
Yeah. Never even thought about doing it till now.
I mean, I want to do a lot of those places that.
But your number one would be the continent?
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I want to go to the continent.
So I think because we travel so much, I think the one thing that's missing is Alaska or Antarctica.
Oh, that's good.
One of those cold environments. And so we definitely want to do that, especially while the temperatures are getting warmer and getting less and less of that. But Alaska or Antarctica would be my number one.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a super standout number 2, but I want to go to London. Because I know so much. Yeah, I know so much because of the TV shows and because of the history that's connected to Africans as well as to the Americas. I just want to go see. Y'all did all this. How y'all living over here?
I mean, I want to see. I want to see England, to Great Britain, England too, because I got DNA out of that joint too. Yeah. So,
I wonder if people. I'm sure people do, right? But your DNA is your bucket list. That'd be
go hit.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No, I need to look at my DNA and cross it. I've been there. I've been there.
So.
Yeah, man. What I love about this episode is that travel. It shows how much we've grown.
Yeah.
It's not just about vacations. It's about exposure, culture, and creating memories that last forever.
Yeah. And for us as black men, it's powerful to break. I hate saying stereotype, but the norms, right? To show our kids, that's the most important thing. And then right behind that is our community, that traveling is part of our lifestyle.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
not
okay to
just
get out.
a dream. Yeah. And also, you realize that humans are more alike than you thought when you travel the world.
Yep. Thank you. So thank you for joining us on this episode of 4 Titles, 1 Truth.
Yep. And now we want to hear from you. What's the one trip that changed your life and why?
And check in with us on all our social platforms at 4 Titles, 1 Truth.
And watch us on YouTube at the same 4 Titles, 1 Truth.
And join us next time so that we can keep the conversation going, y'all.
All right. Holla.